Are you seeing weird monthly spikes in your GA4 reports? And are you using Cookiebot or some other consent management platform? Well, probably these spikes are not real users. These spikes are probably caused by Cookiebot, who is scanning your site looking for cookies in order to update your cookie policy page. I've already created a tutorial on how to solve this, but unfortunately this solution doesn't work anymore for many users. And this solution also has some other drawbacks. So I've decided to create a new tutorial. Let's dive in. Hey and welcome to the channel. My name is Leon and this channel exists to help you use web analytics in order to become more effective in your daily work. I want to thank everyone that has been liking my videos and has subscribed to the channel recently. That really helps me get these videos out to as many people as I can. And as a way to say thank you, I've created a short cheat sheet on how you can grow your website traffic. So if you're interested in that, there's a link in the video description where you can download that cheat sheet for free. Also, if you like this video and want to watch more, just head over to my profile. I've created tons of other videos just like this. All right, let's first take a look at the problem. I have this screenshot here from one of my clients, and over the past 3 months, we've seen these weird spikes on roughly the same day of the month. And this client is using Cookiebot, and I have already implemented the solution that I talk about in my first tutorial. By the way, I will link that tutorial down below for those of you who want to watch that. But I'm almost certain that these spikes are still caused by Cookiebot, even though I already implemented the solution. Well, why? Well, some of my viewers, some of you, have been messaging me that the old tutorial didn't work for them. And also Cookiebot, in their documentation, they give this notice. Important, we're aware that this solution does not currently work for many of our customers. We're actively working with Google to find a solution where traffic caused by the Cookiebot scanner isn't displayed in Google Analytics. So Cookiebot is aware that their solution doesn't work. Well, they might figure this out in the future, but right now it doesn't work. And I find that the old method of filtering out Cookiebot traffic has some drawbacks. So let me show you my new solution for filtering out Cookiebot traffic from your GA4 reports. All right, let's take a look at this piece of documentation from Cookiebot, because this is what's going to help us filter out Cookiebot traffic from our GA4 reports. Here it says Cookiebot scans are done from a pool of static IP addresses. And this is basically the first method that I used in my previous tutorial. I would just set up an internal traffic filter with all these IP addresses. But that has two drawbacks. First of all, it's not fun to set up. It's a pain to just fill out all these IP addresses manually. You can use a regular expression, but that might be a little bit too technical for some of you. The second big drawback of this solution is that these IP addresses might change in the future. And that's why they say at the top of this page, we recommend for your convenience that you follow this page to make sure you are automatically notified through email of any changes to our list of IP addresses used by our scanners. So if these IP addresses change in the future, your filter will not work anymore. And this is very easily overlooked, and it's just super annoying to solve the issue. And then after 6 months or 12 months or maybe a year to find out that your solution doesn't work anymore. So this already has some drawbacks, and it doesn't work currently for many users. So that's why I recommend the other solution. And that is to filter by a user agent string. And this has one drawback. You can only use this solution if you are currently using server-side Google Tag Manager. Well, server-side Google Tag Manager is a new technology that I recommend everybody to implement right now, because it will help you improve your data quality overall. If you want to know more about server-side tracking, I've created an entire playlist full of videos on how to set up server-side tracking using stape.io. For the next section of the video, I'm assuming that you are already using server-side Google Tag Manager, and that's where we're going to implement our new filter. All right, to implement our filter, let's take a look at this user agent string here, because the documentation states that the Cookiebot scanner user agent will look something like this. And then they have this example right here. But they also say that the user agent string will change over time. So they suggest simply looking for the word Cookiebot in the string and make our desired configurations based on this. All right, so let's dive into server-side Google Tag Manager and let me show you how to use this user agent string to filter out Cookiebot traffic from your GA4 reports. All right, so we're inside of my server-side Google Tag Manager container, and we're going to look for the Google Analytics 4 tag here. And if you're curious on how I set this up, I have created an entire playlist full of videos on how to set up server-side Google Tag Manager, and I built exactly this container over the course of that playlist. So if you're curious on how I did that, just go and watch those other videos. I will link them down below. But to filter out your Cookiebot traffic, you need to apply an exception trigger to all your Google Analytics 4 tags. So I have currently just one Google Analytics 4 tag, so I'm gonna only apply it to this one. But if you have more, go ahead and apply the same method to each Google Analytics 4 tag that you have in your server-side Google Tag Manager container. Okay, so these are the steps. We're gonna go into my Google Analytics 4 tag, and under triggering, I'm gonna add an exception. So here, I'm gonna make a new trigger. And because this is an exception trigger, I like to prefix all my exception triggers with the word exception and then Cookiebot traffic. And then the trigger configuration, I'm gonna make a custom event. And because this is an exception trigger, we're gonna tick this box, use regex matching, and then we're gonna say .star. And this makes sure that the exception trigger is compatible with whatever other trigger that it is that you're using currently in your server-side Google Tag Manager container. So that might be a little bit too technical. Don't worry, just follow along with my instructions. But this is basically just best practice for exception triggers. And then under some custom events, we're gonna make a new variable here. And I'm gonna call this user agent. And under variable configuration, we're gonna choose event data, and we're gonna use the key path user agent. Let's save this. And let's say user agent contains, and then we can just copy the word Cookiebot in here. This will work because every time a user agent contains Cookiebot, it's gonna say it's an exception, so it's not gonna fire that tag. That's how it basically works. What I like to do here is I like to do this, matches regex, and then ignore case. So just in case Cookiebot decides to update their brand to be Cookiebot like this, or it's just a little bit more robust to say Cookiebot and then .star. This is probably not necessary, but I like things to work in the future as well. So this is my preferred method. And now I'm gonna hit save. As you can see, I have my Google Analytics 4 tag here. This fires on all GA4 events that is configured like this. So basically all events except for when the user agent string is Cookiebot. And this makes sure that Cookiebot scans are not included in my GA4 reports. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was clear and I hope it was helpful. If you have a question or do you want to recommend another video that you want me to do, just leave a comment down below. It's always great to hear from you. I'm gonna thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.